mornings from the Southern Yankee Homestead. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. So today we are going to be making some tomato jelly. And obviously this is our first time making tomato jelly. So we've got a lot of tomatoes coming off of the tree and we're just like tomato crazy. We don't know what to do with all these tomatoes. So we are trying a new product today, tomato jelly. Here I have 3 1-gallon bag of tomatoes that I stuffed with a whole bunch of tomatoes that we picked over the past weeks. And I stuck them in the freezer because I didn't want them to go bad and I didn't want to waste our tomatoes. I pulled them out yesterday and they were sitting in the refrigerator overnight. So I'm going to dump all 3 bags. Pot over here, and I am going to put it on medium and have it cook down for about an hour. Continue watching as I put the different ingredients together. And again, we will be referencing this recipe from our blue book, and we're going to be using a low sugar because obviously we love sweets. We make a lot of jellies and we want to reduce the amount of sugar that we put in it so we're not consuming all of that sugar. So you might say, why am I cooking it for an hour? Why don't I just go ahead and juice it? Because I found out when you cook it for a little bit, the skin kind of peels away and it makes it easier for juicing. And it breaks down the flesh of the tomatoes more, so you can get more juice out of it. I've got all the tomatoes in the pot, and I'm just gonna let this cook for a minute. Okay, so I have measured out the tomato juice, and we have a total of 24 cups of tomato juice. Now, we were going to make the entire 24 cups, which is 12 batches, because this recipe is using 2 cups of tomato juice for 1 batch. But we just got looking and realized that we don't have nearly that much ingredients to make 12 batches. So what we're going to do, we're going to split it in half and make 6 batches instead, which is 12 cups of tomato juice. So I've got my 12 cups measured off here in this pot, and then I also have another 12 cups that I'm gonna put back into the refrigerator, and we're gonna make that tomorrow after we go out and purchase more ingredients. Have the juice on the stove on high heat. We're gonna go ahead and combine all our ingredients except for the sugar until it begins to boil. So first thing we need is 6 boxes of pectin. So this is the pectin we're using, 6 of these. And for reference, they are 6 tablespoons in 1 pack of pectin. Equivalent to 1 pack of pectin. Just in case you have a recipe that doesn't say a box or whatever, just know that there's 6 tablespoons in 1 box. How do I know that? Just Google. Alright, after the pectin, we need 1.5 teaspoons of ground ginger, 3 teaspoons of salt, 1, 2. After which, we need 12 tablespoons of lemon juice. Woo! 12. Yay! 12 tablespoons. Mama. You say mama. Mama. Oh, mama. You say mama. After which we need 3 teaspoons of hot sauce. And this can be any kind of hot sauce you have. Alright, so now we're going to just stir this until the sugar dissolves. And this comes back up to a roaring boil. And we're going to boil it for 1 minute at that point. So it's been boiling. It boiled for 1 minute, rolling boil. Now we're about to jar it. You've seen this process a lot of times. We're just going to fast forward.
At this point we're going to continue filling the jars and capping them, but we're going to go ahead and start the water bath canner, and it's going to run for 10 minutes for half pints. So we'll be back in 10 minutes.
Alright, so we ended up getting 27 half pints of jelly. Yep. We have tasted it and it tastes amazing. I made some homemade biscuits this morning and we had it with biscuits and we absolutely loved the flavor. Wasn't expecting that. I have more tomato juice. I have more tomatoes coming off of the vines right now. I have several gallons of tomatoes that I already harvested and it's in the freezer. So I plan on making some tomato soup and maybe I'll try some ketchup next. But definitely I will be making another batch of tomato jelly because we absolutely love how it turned out. We love the flavor and we have readily available tomatoes. And worst case, it will make, I think, awesome gifts for the season coming up. Christmas, Thanksgiving, it'll make awesome presents. Who doesn't like a homemade gift, holiday gift? You know, that tells you the person put some love into it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like we mentioned earlier, this was our first time trying this recipe. But thank you all for watching. Thank you for continue supporting us. And we will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.